Right, good evening. We're still with the Trinity concept. There are two holidays in Am Israel, Purim and Pesach. That really, they came 1 month, one after one.
The other one?
It is a difference of 1 month between Purim and Pesach. And it is a say of our sages that we have to connect the two holidays together. It means really it is one redemption that starts like a Purim and finish with Pesach. It means everything that I doing, everything that I teach, have to do with Purim. Like we saw before about the masquerade, everything we teach has to do with Purim. One of the basic difference between Purim of Pesach, that Purim represents the holiday of the kids, of the children, of the disciple, and Pesach represents the holiday of the serious people, of the rabbi, of the oldest, in one way. It means, you know that in Purim, it came in the month of Adar, and sometimes we have a year with 13 months, and then we have 2 months of Adar. So then, when we have 2 months of Adar, we have in the 14th of the first Adar, what we call small Purim, Purim Katan. And after, in the second month of Adar, we have Purim Gadol, the big Purim, the regular Purim, right? And in Pesach, we have the Pesach, in the middle of the Nisan, we have Pesach, but in Iyar, one month later, for who was far in the way, he was not pure, and he didn't have the opportunity to give the sacrifice in Pesach, let's say that he was too small. So we give him another chance. So in the second month, in the 14th of Iyar, it is a Pesach Katan, small Pesach. So what is the difference here? In Purim, we have first of all the small Purim, and after the big Purim. In Pesach, we have first of all the big Pesach, after the small Pesach. It means, in Purim, the children are saved first. In Pesach, the grown-up are
Grown up.
The grown-up people are redeemed first, and after the small. Why? Because Pesach, it's a male redemption. It means it's a redemption that came with miracle from up. So it means somebody that is not enough big is not going to be in the level, will not be enough pure to be redeemed. So we give him another chance to grow up. We give him the small Pesach. Purim, that it's a redemption that came from the air, from the natural, from down. It means it starts from the small. It means if you are small, if you are young, if you are you have a young mentality, you can understand what is Purim. You can understand everything I talk about. If you are too big, if you are a big, serious rabbi, you might don't understand all what I talk about, right? Everything upside down, the evil is good, the good is evil. All what we talk about, that is Purim, all this masquerade, you have to, all the laughing of Purim, this is for kid. It means kid, a child can understand what is Purim. Adult, he will try to take it too seriously, so he will miss all the point, all the idea of what is Purim. What is the happiness of Purim. Okay, so this was just to about this idea of listen what the kids have to say. This is something that has to do with Purim. The Purim know better of the adult what is the truth. The basic idea of Purim that we give our interpretation to what it is written in the Torah. It means something that can be a curse. We can give him a good interpretation, and then it can become a good thing. So, for example, the idea of a kid that is wise, the idea of stone, this can be a bad stone, right? This can be
throwing the stone.
People fall on me stone.
Throwing stones on
like the Intifada. Intifada equal Banim plus Banot. Boys and girls. Gimatia. Right? It means, what is the Intifada? The Intifada is that the children of the Arabic throw on us stone. Why is the thrown on us stone? It means this is existence that not in holiness, that came instead of the idea that the Grua people will listen to the children. It means when we don't perform in holiness something that it is written in the Torah anyhow, so instead that it will happen in a good interpretation, this happen in a bad way, like a curse. Like all the beats of Egypt, the 10 beats, the 7th one was the hailstone, the Makat Barad. Alright, so each one of the 10 curse of Egypt, it can have a good interpretation, and each one of them, if we interpret it right, it's one of the principles that we need to bring the Mashiach. What it means, the coming of Mashiach. It means all the curse of Egypt, all the 10 beats have to become really have a good interpretation. Hits of Egypt, Makot. So the 7th one is the one of stone that falling from the sky on the people, the Barad, there was stone. Alright, so this can be interpreted like this idea that the children that fall on us stone, it means they make us wise. Right? Or another example, there are people that have stone in the gallbladder, kisamara. How you call it? Gallbladder. Yes, gallbladder. Yes, exactly. So they have stone. Mara in the word, in Hebrew, it came from the word more, what is a teacher. More is a teacher, and here we talk about the Mara.
Mara is bitter.
It's a bitter, but it's a special place that help the stomach to digest. It's called kisamara, and sometimes there are stones there. Alright, so the stones that appear in a place like this, it's like point of wisdom that the teacher received from his disciple. It means these things that can appear like a good thing, that we listen what the children have to say, can appear in a bad way. It means the body is sick with this kind of sickness, or in politics, it is existent that the children throw on the old people's stone, etc. So this is just a question of interpretation, how we interpreted the story of the Torah. In the Torah, in the story of the Torah, it's all supposed to be good. Even Egypt is good. Even all the curse to the eats in Egypt are good. Each one of them is one of the principles of redemption, like the 7 one. All the 7 are lovely. That the ones that have to do with the hailstone that fell from the sky. So this is the basic idea that, like we explained in different lessons, more about Purim, that we have to give a good interpretation to all kind of bad things that appear in this world, as well about this principle of Talmid HaMarkim et Rabo, a disciple that make his rabbi wise.
Wiser principle.
It's like he threw on his rabbi stone. It's like David complained, Yadu even be the threw on me stone. Alright, so it can be a curse that David HaMelech complained that people threw on me stone, or children threw on me stone. But really this can be understand like a good thing, that I have good disciple and I can learn from my disciple a lot. Alright?
Okay, so just this interpret in a positive way.
Yeah.